We turn now to the coronavirus and a CBS News poll showing more frustration with President Biden's response. Only about half of Americans in our poll say that the president is doing a good job of handling this pandemic. That's down from just over two-thirds in March of last year. The president's chief of staff says we've made historic progress, but it is still a challenge. As Ed O'Keefe reports, the U.S. Surgeon General says, and no one wants to hear this part, that the newest COVID challenge will be with us for a while longer.
We shouldn't expect a national peak in the next coming days. Next few weeks will be tough.
Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy defending the Biden administration's response to the pandemic as the number of daily cases surged to nearly 800,000.
As the president said, we certainly have more we need to do on testing. And that's a message that's very clear from him to the public, to his team, that we need to pull every lever possible.
But a new CBS News poll finds a little more than a third of Americans think attempts to contain the virus are going well. And a growing number of people say information about the pandemic shared by officials is confusing.
Quite frankly, they're falling short in a couple of ways.
Maryland Republican Governor Larry Hogan says states need more help from the federal government.
The president announced nearly a month ago, before Christmas, that he was going to distribute these 500 million rapid tests out across the country, and so far we haven't seen any.
Another challenge for the president: most disapprove of how he's handling the economy and inflation.
The inflation issue is real. We've got to tackle it. Some of the inflation is related to the continuing pandemic.
So how could the president turn things around? Well, based on our poll, Americans say it's by focusing more on inflation and less on new legislation. Among those who disapprove of the president, more than 6 in 10 of them say opinions of him would improve if Mr. Biden is able to get inflation down. That's more than double the number who say they'd think better of him if the president's social spending plan is passed or if Democrats pass new voting rights bills. Democrats are going to try to do that later this week, but of course they're expected to face Republican opposition. Tony?
All right, Ed, thank you very much.